The greatest power you possess is the power of choice. At any moment, in any circumstance, you can choose to change your life. While you can't transform your entire reality overnight, you can absolutely transform your direction in an instant. The question is, how do we harness this power? Years ago, when I first encountered my mentor, Mr. Shoaff, he shared with me what he called the fundamental principles of success. He outlined about half a dozen key elements, and over the years, I've discovered a few more through my own journey. Today, I want to share these 10 transformative keys that can revolutionize your life. Let's begin with perhaps the most crucial principle: absolute accountability. The foundation of all personal transformation starts with accepting complete responsibility for your current situation. Every aspect of your life, your successes, your struggles, your victories, and your setbacks, bears your signature. It's a powerful truth that might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's absolutely liberating once you embrace it. You see, most people live in what I call the blame zone. They're constantly pointing fingers at circumstances, other people, or bad luck. But here's the truth. Every time you blame something external, you're giving away your power to change. You're essentially saying, I'm not in control of my life, and that's the biggest self-deception of all. Consider this. When you take full responsibility, you're not saying everything that happened was your fault. You're saying, from this moment forward, I'm in charge of how I respond. It's like becoming the captain of your own ship, instead of being a passenger complaining about the weather. The moment you embrace this responsibility, something remarkable happens. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what can I do about this? This shift in perspective changes everything. It transforms you from a victim into a victor. Take your financial situation, for instance. Instead of blaming the economy, your employer, or circumstances, ask yourself, what skills can I develop? What opportunities am I not seeing? How can I create more value? When you own your situation, you own your power to change it. The same principle applies to relationships. Rather than focusing on what others should do differently, ask yourself, how can I be a better partner, friend, or colleague? What value am I bringing to this relationship? How can I improve my communication? When you take responsibility for your part in any relationship, you gain the power to enhance it. This brings us to our second key: crystal clear goal setting. You see, life without defined goals is like sailing without a destination. You might be moving, but you're not really going anywhere. Your goals are your personal North Star, guiding every decision and action you take. It's astonishing how many people drift through life without concrete goals. They're like archers shooting arrows without a target, hoping they'll hit something worthwhile. But hope isn't a strategy. You need intention, clarity, and purpose. Specific goals create specific results. When you say, I want to be successful, that's not a goal, that's a wish. A real goal has details, deadlines, and measurable outcomes. Instead of saying, I want to make more money, say, I will increase my income by $2,000 monthly within 6 months by developing these specific skills and taking these particular actions. Here's something crucial I learned. Written goals have power. When you commit your goals to paper, you're making a contract with yourself. Review them daily. Let them be the first thing you see in the morning and the last thing you see at night. What you focus on expands. I remember when I was just starting out, drifting without direction. Mr. Shoaff asked me about my goals, and I gave him a vague, meandering response. He looked at me and said something I'll never forget. If you don't have a map, any road will take you there, but there might not be where you want to be. That night, I wrote down specific, detailed goals for the first time in my life. Everything changed after that. My decisions became purposeful, my actions intentional, and my results predictable. Your goals are the blueprint for your future. Make them clear, make them specific, and make them compelling. Now, let's talk about the third key: unwavering discipline. Goals without discipline are like having a map but never taking the journey. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like doing it. Most people live by their feelings. Successful people live by their commitments. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about making small, right choices repeatedly until they become automatic. Remember this fundamental truth. Perfection isn't the goal, progress is. You'll have days when you stumble, when your discipline wavers. That's not failure. That's being human. The key is what you do next. Champions aren't those who never fall. They're the ones who always get back up. Don't let a moment of weakness become a pattern of defeat. Success isn't built on perfection. It's built on persistence. Let me ask you something profound. If you could master discipline in just one area of your life right now, what would create the biggest impact? Maybe it's rising with the sun to work on your dreams before the world demands your attention. Perhaps it's replacing that one habit that's been holding you back. Whatever it is, don't wait for tomorrow. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Now, let's explore the fourth key to transformation, developing what I call the growth philosophy. This isn't just about learning. It's about becoming a student of life itself. You see, most people stop learning when they finish school. But here's the truth. Your formal education gets you a job, but self-education makes you a fortune. In today's rapidly evolving world, standing still means falling behind. The marketplace pays for value, and your value grows only when you grow. Leaders are indeed readers, but more than that, they're seekers. They understand that everything you need to learn is written in a book somewhere, shared in a seminar, or waiting to be discovered through experience. Here's something Mr. Schoaf taught me that changed my life. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Most people have that backward. They work hard at their profession, but neglect their personal growth. But here's the secret. Your income rarely exceeds your personal development. If you want more, you must become more. I don't have time is a great excuse of our age. But let me share something powerful. You don't need more time. You need more intensity. 15 minutes of focused study is worth more than hours of casual reading. It's not about finding time. It's about making time. Turn your car into a university on wheels with audio programs. Transform your waiting time into learning time with books. The successful aren't smarter. They're just better students. Consider personal development as your private bank account. Every insight you gain, every skill you master, every principle you understand, these are deposits in your future. The compound interest on these investments is staggering, not just in terms of money, though that often follows, but in wisdom, understanding, and the ability to create value for others. Now, let's discuss what I consider one of the most crucial keys to success, the power of association. This fifth principle is about understanding that your life moves in the direction of your strongest influences. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. Take a moment and do this exercise with me. Write down the names of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Now, here's the sobering question. Are these the 5 people you want to become? Because make no mistake, their habits, their thinking, their energy levels are shaping your destiny. I'm not suggesting you abandon relationships, but you must be intentional about your associations. There are what I call basement people and balcony people. Basement people pull you down into their world of complaints and excuses. Balcony people lift you up, showing you what's possible. You need to understand something vital. Environment is stronger than willpower. You can't hang out with negative people and expect to live a positive life. It's like trying to stay clean while wrestling in mud. It's possible, but why make it harder on yourself? I'll never forget what changed everything for me. Early in my career, I made a crucial decision. Instead of spending time with people who were content with their current situation, I began seeking out those who had already achieved what I wanted to achieve. The conversations changed from why we can't to how we can, from it's too hard to let's figure it out. This isn't just about finding successful people. It's about finding growth-oriented people. Success is good, but the hunger for growth is better. You want to surround yourself with people who are not just successful, but who are committed to continuing their journey of success. Remember this: eagles don't flock. You have to find them one at a time. Start seeking out those eagles, the ones who soar above the ordinary, who challenge the status quo, who refuse to accept mediocrity. Their standards will become your standards. Their ambitions will fuel your ambitions. Let's talk about the sixth key to transformation: mastering time. You see, time is life's great equalizer. The poor man and the rich man both get 24 hours. What you do with those hours determines everything. Now, here's the fascinating thing. We don't really manage time. We manage ourselves within time. Let me share something profound Mr. Shoaff taught me years ago. He said, "Jim, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom." That's the essence of time management. It's about becoming better, more skilled, more wise with the time you have. The 80 to 20 principle is one of the most powerful concepts I've ever learned. Imagine this: 80% of your results flow from 20% of your activities. The question is, do you know which 20%? Most people are busy being busy, but activity isn't productivity. You've got to learn to separate the vital few from the trivial many. Here's a secret about time management. Your ability to say no determines your life more than your ability to say yes. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you're saying no to something vital. Guard your time like you guard your wallet. Probably even more carefully, because you can always get more money, but you can't get more time. Plan tomorrow today. That's a discipline that will change your life. Spend a few minutes each evening designing tomorrow. When you do this, you're really saying, "I'm going to run the day," or "the day is going to run me." It's your choice. Now, let's explore the seventh key: emotional mastery. You see, emotions are like horses. They can serve you if you learn to ride them, or they can run wild and trample your dreams. The key isn't to eliminate emotions, it's to educate them. Most people let their emotions drive their actions. Successful people drive their actions with purpose and let their emotions follow. When you master your emotions, you master your life. Remember, it's not what happens to you that determines your future. It's what you do about what happens to you. The eighth key is what I call the temple principle: taking care of your body. Here's something interesting. Most people take better care of their car than their body. But you can get another car. You only get one body. Your body is the only place you have to live. Take good care of it. Health isn't everything, but without health, everything else is nothing. The energy to pursue your dreams, the strength to overcome challenges, the stamina to persist. It all starts with how you treat your body. Don't sacrifice your health trying to make a living, because eventually you'll have to spend your living trying to get back your health. Finally, let's discuss the ninth key: financial mastery. Now, money is not the most important thing in life, but it affects everything that is important. Financial freedom isn't about having the most. It's about being content with what you have while building for tomorrow. Here's what changed my financial life: understanding that profit is better than wages. Wages make you a living. Profits make you a fortune. Most people spend their life working for wages, but the key to wealth is learning to work for profit. The foundation of financial freedom is simple but not easy. Spend less than you earn. Invest the difference. Let time be your friend. Your financial life will only get better when you get better. Start with saving, not what's left after spending, but spending what's left after saving. Remember what Mr. Shoaff taught me: if you want more, become more. This applies perfectly to finances. Your income will rarely exceed your personal development. Want to earn more? Learn more. Study the principles of wealth creation. Understand how money works. Financial ignorance is not bliss. It's expensive. Create multiple streams of income. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Save for emergencies, because winters always come. Invest for the long term, because that's where real wealth is built. And most importantly, remember that money is a tool, not a target. Use it wisely, but don't let it use you. Here's a fascinating paradox about money that Mr. Shove taught me. The way to have more is to give more. When you earn $4,000 but spend $5,000, that's a formula for disaster. But when you earn $4,000, spend $3,000, save $500, and give $500, that's a formula for prosperity. You see, giving isn't just about the money leaving your hands. It's about the abundance flowing through your life. Giving does something remarkable to your spirit. It transforms you from a possessor into a steward. When you give, you're saying to the universe, I have enough to share. That mindset alone is worth more than gold. Remember this. The size of your giving isn't as important as the regularity of your giving. Start where you are, but start now. Let's explore our 10th and final key to transformation, mastering change. You see, life is like a river. It's always moving, always flowing. You can't step in the same river twice, and you can't live the same moment twice. Change isn't just coming. Change is here. Most people pray for things to be easier. But here's the truth. If things were easier, you wouldn't grow stronger. If problems were fewer, you wouldn't become wiser. The challenge isn't to avoid change. It's to become better at handling it. I remember meeting a gentleman at one of my seminars. He'd been at the same job for 2 decades, making a living but not living his dream. He was comfortable but unfulfilled. One day, he decided that his comfort zone had become his prison. He embraced change, started his own business, and within 3 years, he not only doubled his income, he doubled his joy. You see, change has 2 gates, fear and opportunity. Most people focus so much on the fear that they miss the opportunity. But here's what I've learned. Everything you want in life is on the other side of fear. Everything you desire, success, fulfillment, growth, requires you to step through that gate of change. Let me share something powerful. Change comes in 3 forms. First, there's the change that happens to you. That's circumstance. Second, there's the change that happens around you. That's environment. But the most important is the third kind, the change that happens within you. That's growth. The secret is to become a master of change rather than a victim of circumstance. How? By developing what I call change intelligence. It's the ability to see change not as an enemy, but as an ally. Not as a barrier, but as a bridge. Not as an ending, but as a beginning. Now, let's bring all these keys together. They work in harmony, like instruments in an orchestra. Each one amplifies the others. Taking responsibility leads to better goals. Better goals demand stronger discipline. Discipline requires emotional mastery. Emotional mastery supports better health. Better health increases productivity. And on it goes. Ask yourself, which of these areas needs your attention right now? Where could a small improvement create the biggest impact? Remember, you don't have to transform everything at once. Start with one area, master it, then move to the next. The philosopher Heraclitus said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice." Similarly, after applying these principles, you'll never be the same person twice. Each day brings a new opportunity to grow, to learn, to become more than you were yesterday. Your life will always move in the direction of your strongest thoughts, your deepest emotions, and your most consistent actions. These 10 keys aren't just principles. They're tools for transformation. Use them wisely, use them consistently, and watch how they transform your life. Remember this, life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. And that change begins with you. Dream big, yes, but more importantly, act big. Think big, yes, but more importantly, become big. The size of your success will be determined by the size of your belief and the measure of your action. So as we conclude, let me ask you, what's your next move? What change will you embrace today? What step will you take right now? Because here's the truth. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is now. The best time to change your life was yesterday, but the next best time is right now. Take these keys, use them, let them unlock the doors to your potential. And remember, success is not to be pursued. It's to be attracted by the person you become. Become more and you'll attract more. Give more and you'll receive more. Change more and you'll achieve more. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Your future is waiting. The question is, are you ready to claim it?